Piyush, let's move to some of your priority areas. Take us through your thinking, some of the things that you are doing. For instance, the Jan Vishwas bill. Can you throw some light on that? What is priority for you and the government at the moment?
Rahulji, the Honorable Prime Minister from day one has been focused on making the life of businesses and common people simpler and easier. If you recall, a simple thing like notarizing a Xerox copy. He removed the need to go to a notary and get a stamp and a signature and pay him 25 rupees to get that certificate. I don't know what that achieved. Prime Minister Modi just did away with it. He said, I trust my people. If they're signing that this is a true copy of the original, I trust them. If you recall, there have been so many scandals and people have been in jail for scandals around government jobs.
Yes.
In Prime Minister Modi's regime, no such scandals because he simplified and made the whole process totally transparent. For example, now the class 3 employees don't have to go through an interview. It's on merit based on their written exam and their academic performance that they can get a job. The whole nation today has the confidence that when they or those who desire to have a government job or a job in the railways or a PSU will not be discriminated against. Nobody has to use influence or any rent seeking to get a job. This honesty in government has helped us earn the trust of the people, and Prime Minister Modi has always trusted industry, business, entrepreneurs, the youth, the people of India, the citizens of India. And therefore, throughout his tenure, he has tried to decriminalize laws. For small misdemeanors, you don't need to go to jail. There used to be a law at one point of time that if an employee of the Delhi Municipal Corporation, a sewage cleaning employee or an employee was involved in Swachhata in the Delhi Municipal Corporation was absent for 1 month, he could go to jail for that. Right. Now, those kind of obsolete laws needed to be addressed, and he's removed over 1,500 obsolete laws. We have identified many more which we plan to remove. He has decriminalized several sections and provisions of the law through Jan Vishwas Bill 1, which is working admirably. Yeah. Now we've come out with Jan Vishwas Bill 2, and Jan Vishwas is a two-way Vishwas. The government trusts the people of India because the people of India trust the Prime Minister Narendra Modi and his government. And it is that trust which encourages us. The second Jan Vishwas Bill already has 355 provisions being decriminalized. And he has directed us to look for many more. And you'll be happy to know my department has already identified 500 more, which can be decriminalized. Similarly, we are looking at reducing compliance burden, making process and procedures simpler, reducing the paperwork, bringing things online. The idea is that businesses focus on their business. Industry focuses on industry. Traders focus on giving good service to their consumers. Make it easier to do business. Similarly, make the life of the common citizen easier, happier, more self-satisfying, more contained. And I think ease of living is at the core also of the GST reforms.
Absolutely. I think compliance is, and it is at the core of this. One more thing about, what is your message to the exporters? The real pain in the short term is being felt by them. Will you make it somewhat possible for them to sell in India? Will it be a possibility? And what steps are you taking to do that?
Well, fortunately, the timing of the GST reduction at such massive levels couldn't have been better. This will give a big impetus to domestic demand, which will help some of the exporters who may lose a part of their business.
Will you make it easier for them to do so because they can't?
We are even trying to make connects. So, for example, when I recognize that garment industry could face some stress, I called up the Tatas who run the whole Zudio and the West Side. And I'm going to be talking to all other high street malls or retail large-scale outlets to see if they can help these garment exporters by buying their produce and making it available at affordable prices. So high quality at affordable prices, now at reduced GST rates, will make it a great story to
So
run.
you will remove the restrictions on them to sort of...
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We are trying to make it easier that they can supply in the domestic market. It's a part of one of the reforms we are working on. Similarly, I'm in dialogue with 50 countries. Our missions are working in 50 countries, which we have identified through data analytics and artificial intelligence on the data of import and export of all other nations, to identify where our products, which will need a market, can be offered, and in lieu of that, what we can buy from those countries, who may also be stressed similarly.
Yes.
So for example, the UAE minister and I, over our meetings on Friday, Saturday last week, identified people, identified areas. He already connected us with his people there who can help our textile sector get an entry into the Gulf and into all of Africa. He sent me connects with the seafood industry there. I'm mounting a delegation to visit UAE to connect with those people. 18, 19, we have the high-level task force on investments dialogue in UAE, where I'll be taking a large business delegation, identified sectors where we can support our exporters to get new markets. We'll be looking at fast-tracking our free trade agreements with other regions. We are doing a second tranche with Australia. We'll soon announce closure of Oman. New Zealand will also close by the end of the year. My Commerce Secretary was in Brussels last 2 days. Their teams are down on Monday for the next round of negotiations. The Trade Commissioner of European Union, Maros Sherkovich, will be in India on the 11th, and will be spending 3 days together to speed up and conclude the European Union FTA. So I have the 4-nation FTA, EFTA, Switzerland, Iceland, Norway and Liechtenstein, which comes into effect as near as 1st of October.
I see.
As soon as Navratri gets over, or on the last day of Navratri, we'll have the EFTA agreement come into force. UK has been executed. Oman will be announced. Chile, Peru, Eurasia terms of reference are finalized. By 4th or 5th of October or 6th of October, I'm in Qatar to finalize terms of reference with Qatar. The Prime Minister of Singapore is in India today.
Yes, I believe you had lunch with him.
We had lunch and we had extensive discussions with their teams to see what we can do. And they've already committed to take in more chicken and eggs and poultry. Okay. I talked to them about seafood and they said, we love the taste of Indian fish and Indian shrimp.
Oh.
So I've told them to, my High Commissioner who returns tomorrow, to put together a group of seafood importers, and I'll mount a delegation to Singapore very soon. Similarly, Latin America, huge potential for our exporters. So sky is the limit. This will help us expand. And as I said earlier, exports this year will be higher than last year.